Welcome to the Second Nature Show. My name is Dom Campbell, and I am here with my friends Alex Coble-Frakes and Donna Masterson. And I am privileged and happy to be here with a new guest this week. Her name is Vanya Slaveva, and she's joining us on the show. Hello, Vanya.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm actually pretty excited.
Awesome. So Vanya is a transformational health and life coach that helps people to create a healthy, balanced lifestyle so they can realize their full potential. So I'm really kind of curious, what led you or inspired you to do the kind of work that you're doing?
Okay, so I've always been an inspiration for many people because of all my travelings abroad and all the things that I was doing while I was at school, which was mentoring kids and attending different workshops. So in February 2018, I was on a trip in Miami, in Florida. It was my first time there, and it was for 5 weeks, which included 18 cities. So during my traveling, I met a lot of people. A majority of them was young people on the age between 20, 30, 35. It was really interesting for me because I didn't spend a long time with them. It was just for like 2-3 hours. But I got really inspired from their stories, and they got really inspired from my stories. And it was really amazing for me. How can I impact somebody for just like 2-3 hours with sharing just my experience? At the same time, I met a lot of young people who were kind of stuck and lost. They didn't know what they want. They wanted to travel, but they didn't know how to achieve it. And they were like, oh, it's so cool that you traveled, that you had such a chance to travel and study abroad. And when I asked them why they don't try, there is different programs that they can, these programs can send them everywhere abroad for a certain period of time. So they were like, oh, no, it's not for me. I'm too scared to go somewhere. And I got really passionate about like inspiring people that everything that they want is possible. So they can dream big and achieve whatever they want to. And yeah, it's going to be hard and it's going to be difficult, but if you want something, you will do everything possible to do it, right? So I got really inspired by this, and I wanted to somehow to teach people to do that, and to just like find this believe in themselves, and find this I don't know, like this power to move forward and to take actions, because people can be really scared and be like, oh, I fail right now, I can't do it anymore, I tried, but it just didn't work out. And you're gonna end up working a job that you don't like, and be like, oh, I dream to go somewhere, or I dream to do that, or I dream to do this, and instead of just doing it, you're just gonna dream, which is really sad. So I got really inspired, and I wanted to give this sunshine inside of me to the people around.
That's great.
And because I had really big struggle around balancing life, work, and studies. So I kind of learned how to do that, and I want to show people also how to do that. because quite often people concentrate only on one thing. Like if I have to take care for my house and for the work at home, I don't have enough time to create a business. Or if I decide to create a business, I'm not a good mom, or I am not a good wife at home. And if you concentrate only on your studies, you somehow forget about the other stuff, like, oh, I don't have time to go out, or I don't have time to rest, or I don't have time for the things that I don't, which I like. And that's how I wanted just to have a bigger impact on the people. And actually, I found coaching through an inspirational speaking. I started searching for inspirational speakers, and I noticed that they had a background in coaching and trainings. So I decided to go from there. So if I want to be on the stage and inspire people, I probably can do it from home, like coaching. And at that moment in February, I didn't have a clue what's coaching in general, because in Bulgaria, it's not something popular. And Bulgaria is the country where I'm from. So nobody educated me about that. So I started searching in Google about different programs, about what's the role of the coach. And that's how I got interested in this.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That is so special with this intercultural knowledge that you've gained through your travels and, being so multicultural, you're going to be able to really bring this skill set to people all around the world who want to do something similar that you have done, but may not know the roadmap. That's just brilliant. That's very exciting.
Yes.
And Vanya, I'd like to say that I heard that you had mentored children, and
yes,
near and dear to my heart, because I worked 13 years in specialized mentor program, and I really know how these children need people like you to help them out. So thank you with that. And also, how do you feel about paving the way for the women out in Bulgaria and being a health and wellness coach? How do you feel about that? And how does that inspire you?
It's really different, because the situation in Bulgaria, according to mental health and specialists, it's really not really well appreciated, because people, first of all, the economy is really low, so the income is really low. People can't afford to go to a therapist or to have a coach for a certain period of time. So people prefer, of course, to pay their bills, to buy food, instead of taking care for their mental health. And I really like saying that for me, instead of paying for a coach, I can go and talk with my best friend, and the result could be the same. That's the belief that I had when I was growing up in Bulgaria. And now when I actually know what's a coach and what's the role of the coach and how important it is to have a coach or a person who can be your mentor or be your personal trainer, or however you want to call it, I'm trying to teach my friends and the people who have connection in Bulgaria about this, that it's not just it's just for yourself. It's for you to take care for yourself, because it's really important. People in Bulgaria give so much to the other people. You take care for your family. You work so hard that quite often we don't look about like our self-care. I didn't have a self-care habit till pretty much May 2018. I was thinking that I'm strong enough, that I'm young enough, that I don't need a rest. I don't need any mindful practice, because my body is gonna be strong forever.
Yes, I understand the mentality.
Which is absolutely not true. And especially now, it's really difficult because when I talk with people from Bulgaria, they realize that it's something necessary. You know, they know that they need it. And I noticed that people start getting more open about like new possibilities about healthy eating, about innovation, about different types of mindful practices. But at the same time, how to say it, if it's for free, it's better. So it's a little bit difficult according to money. And I believe that if it's for your personal health, you can invest in yourself instead of like, okay, instead of thinking about like, I will buy a program. No, I will invest in myself through this program. Right. So it's a different way of thinking.
So a lot of women from Bulgaria that are watching like social media and things, they're getting curious about this profession, and that's exciting. Well, Vanya, if you and I were going to be working together, how would we go about doing that?
I do one-on-one coaching right now. I do the 90-day transformational program, intensive. I do one-on-one, 12 weeks. We're meeting or having a call once a week for like an hour. And actually, I'm thinking about offering the 28 days cleanse, which is a group program, in May. So in May, it's going to be the first time when I'm going to make a group program. So it's going to be a little bit challenging for me, but I'm pretty excited just because I think that people sometimes are more likely to try something in a group, and something simple like a 28-day cleanse or 14-day cleanse for a really short period of time to see the results. So after that, they're more likely to invest more and to try more programs which you're offering.
Very nice. Thank you, Vanya.
If anyone is like needing to cleanse from winter, call Vanya in May, because she's gonna help you like get rid of the belly bloat, get out of hibernation mode, and like wake up, right? So like Vanya, you may expect a call from me. I may be calling you.
Yes, call me. I choose May because last May was the first time when I did the cleanse for myself, and it was a transformational experience for me, and I love it. And I saw the difference, and I was like, yes, May is going to be my day.
I love that. So, yeah. Awesome. I'm really curious, in your professional opinion, I know you talked about your own self-care routine, but if our listeners were like, wow, there's so much information, I don't know what to do. What, in your opinion, where is the one place someone could start today and start to change their relationship to their own health and wellness?
I would say start small, because when people think about, especially for self-care, they think about really drastic, big change. Like, I've never go to yoga, but I heard that it's really helpful, so I will start going to yoga. So if you want to start changing with small habits and implement them in your everyday habits. And I would give an example of how I started and how it works for me. So I do some simple self-care habit with something that I usually do during the day. So I take a shower. You know, it's a habit. You take a shower, everybody takes a shower. But after the shower, I have 10 minutes routine, which is like, I'm just by myself. You know, I do a facial, I do like cleaning, toner of the body, massages, and things like that. And if you think about it, it's not a long period of time. You know, you have 24 hours, and we are talking about something between 10 to 15 minutes, which you can do every single day. And this may work for me. It could be something different for you. You know, you could be a person who drink a coffee or a tea every single morning for 10 minutes. You can journaling, for example, or you can do positive affirmation or some kind of a routine, self-routine, which is going to help you concentrate and start your day, if that makes sense.
Totally. I love that. Start small, start with one thing, and then repeat it, right? That's how we really start to make these habits automatic. And that's what we are all about here at the Second Nature Show. So that is just perfect, right? When we start to change these little habits, it really makes a big impact over the long term. So Vanya, thank you so much for joining us this week on the Second Nature Show. It was a pleasure having you on. And so I'm curious, where can our listeners find and follow you online?
Okay, they can find me on my personal Facebook page.
Okay.
I decided to use my personal Facebook page as my business page instead of having two pages.
Okay.
So they can find me on my Facebook page, and I have a weekly video show. It's called My Empowering Story. My Empowering Life. I'm sorry. It's every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I go live and talk about different topics every week. And I actually just got ready with my LinkedIn profile.
Yay!
And today I posted my first article there.
Yay!
So I'm pretty excited.
That's awesome.
And,
lots of places to connect with you online. That is fantastic.
Yes.
Dom, what about you? Where can our listeners find and follow you?
They can find me at my website, coachdomcampbell.com.
Awesome. And Donna, what about you?
Email donna@desiredstatecoaching.com and website desiredstatecoaching.com.
Awesome. And you can find me at Fully Aligned Coaching on Facebook and Alex, the Fully Aligned Coach on Instagram. And you can find and follow us on the Second Nature Show on Facebook and YouTube, or by emailing thesecondnatureshow@gmail.com. If you've got any questions, or if you would like to be a guest on the Second Nature Show, we would love for you to reach out and contact us. Or any questions that pop up for our awesome guests or anything at all, please shoot us an email. And be sure to tune in next week at Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And remember, if you change your habits, you can change your life. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.